going on, guys? Coming at you today with a super quick one. Maybe should have made a short out of it, but wanted to talk about it a little bit too afterwards. But we'll get right into it. First, what it is here, we're gonna do a Roy Buchanan inspired idea here. I had originally kind of pulled part of this from a Roy Buchanan lick, but I've just kind of turned this into my own thing. But conceptually, I'd say it kind of comes from his bag of tricks. And what this is kind of using our double stops. So usually we do a lot of our double stops on our either B and E strings. You know, or we're doing a lot of them on our G and our B. Well, I want to talk about moving it up a little bit to our lower strings, to our G and our D, and to our A and our D strings, okay? So we're going to do this in the key of A. We're going to do this in the key of A, and I kind of started out the lick up here with open on my, we're going to get right into the lick here, guys. So I started out with open A, right? We're in the key of, we're playing this over an A. Open to 2 on my B. Open E. Back to 2 on my B. And open on my B. And then came up here. And now I'm working out this A box, right? So I'm going here and I'm playing 11 on my D. And we're gonna bend down on our G string on our 9th fret. And now we're gonna take that double stop, which is kind of what this lesson is gonna be about. We're gonna take this double stop here and move it down just chromatically, and then do another double stop up here, move it up chromatically. And now, the way I had learned this Roy lick, it ends there, and it does a kind of a cool bendy thing, but I like to even take it down one more and go. And just take it down one more, right? So just to reiterate that kind of concept here. So you come down here and play like a, like just barring on your G and D, 4 and 2. Or you could play, that would be the bluesier, more country way to do it, I think. So that would be with the major 6 there on your 4th fret D, but moving that note to the minor 3rd, which is going to be on the 5th fret on your G string, and playing 2 on both your G and D there. So that in entirety, slowly. Okay. More speed. Cool. So that's just kind of the basics of the idea here. I don't want to go on too long about this, but I did want to touch on just the concept here. So I really want to talk about the double stops and how much we like double stops here on this channel, but how much we also like using chromatics with double stops. Take this concept as far as you want to, right? So right there, I was just kind of adding in a few more than I had done in the example of the lick. But point being is that it's more about the concept of taking because we really explore these double stops when they're on our higher string sets, especially our B and G string, right? So, in A, we would right? We really abuse those on those string sets, and it makes sense because especially in country, how you have your A and your D string to use with your flat pick, and then you can pluck up on those strings. So it makes sense that those double stops are widely used in the style and why they sound so good. But let's not ignore how cool it is to some of that stuff is really cool too on your lower string sets, right? So let's not ignore that, and let's keep our minds open to also playing our double stops and our chromatics on those strings as well. Because really it's about those concepts. It's not about it's not necessarily about what strings you're doing it on. Yes, they all have different flavors. However, it's about just the idea of using chromatics and double stops to get a lot of that chicken picking kind of flavor, right? So cool. We've gone on long enough, as usual, per usual. You guys, you know how much I love you all. Like, subscribe, share if you would be so kind. Much love. I will see you on the flip, and keep on picking. Later.